And Silky Peach rolls right by. Blinkers on, let her rip. 0 for 19, looking like 0 for 20. And into the final furlong, it's all about Silky Peach and the red hot Santiago Gonzalez. I've been the racetrack announcer at Canterbury for 24 years. The track opened in the mid-'80s as Canterbury Downs. Then they closed in the mid-'90s, reopened in '95. I was the racetrack announcer at Bay Meadows in the Bay Area at that time. And they hired me to become the racetrack announcer here. So I took the job and eventually relocated here full-time in '98. Outside of that, blinkers on, let her rip, 2 lengths from the lead, and about 3.5 clear from Silky Peach. This would be the only place that I ever would call races again, unless I left the National Football League or my radio show that I do in the Twin Cities, and maybe circumstances would dictate me having to move. This place is it's unique in that the on-track attendance and the family atmosphere is antithetical to a lot of places in the country, where certainly we want people to bet and betting handle and, the product we put out is important. But this is not a hardcore racetrack. Right next to Dakota Star, they are 2.5 clear from Dots Val. Behind that is Cause for Magic running on 12 lengths out of it. The only way you can get into a field like this is with experience. And for me, back in the early '90s, I would sit in the stands at Santa Anita, Del Mar, or Hollywood Park. And I probably called 500 to 700 races into a tape recorder. And then I kept bugging track announcer Trevor Denman, who really is my chief mentor, to help me get into the game. And Trevor would listen to my calls and he would tell me what he liked and what he didn't like. On, let her rip, takes the lead, but here comes Silky Peach with a rush to the outside. So, really practicing at a racetrack through binoculars into a tape recorder, that's the only way to do it. You just miss so much doing it off television. Peach is the gray filly making a big move as they head for the money. And the next part is being unique while being yourself. And learning to build a crescendo. Now, of Wine losing a bit of ground right next to Dakota Star. They are 2.5 clear from Dots Val. Behind that is Cause for Magic running on 12 lengths out of it. Then people around the NFL at NFL Network, ESPN, and stuff like that, they hear the way I do it and they go, whoa, we've heard this for a long time, but we've never heard it described that way. A lot of that has to do with starting in horse racing. At the tail is Aaron's Dance, about 15 from the front. Standpoint, there's never a day I don't look forward to coming to Canterbury Park. My best friends in the world are here. I enjoy betting on the races, and I enjoy calling the races, whether they're $5,000 claimers or like the Mystic Lake Northern Stars Racing Festival, where we have 5 races at $500,000. So I just really enjoy the competition, crafting a call, coming up with clever things on the fly, building that crescendo, and then nailing it at the wire. Silky Peach, silky smooth. I'm a win better, and I'll play pick 4s. Those are primarily the 2 things that I do. I teach classes, handicapping classes, and I do pre-race shows and stuff like that, and I can talk exacta, trifecta, superfecta, and all that. I'm not very good at trifectas or superfectas, so I just don't play them. And one thing I really take pride in is the betting public having no idea during a race call that I have a big bet on a horse, because the public couldn't care less what my bet is. They care about theirs. To those who are interested in becoming racetrack announcers, I'm certainly not denigrating or knocking those who work in my field, but I watch a lot of racing via TVG or just via simulcasting, and there is room for new in this game. There's a lot of the same, and I think if somebody is impassioned by maybe what they saw here or my story, I would work hard at it, because I think there's room for new blood in racetrack announcing all over the country. And who knows, maybe you'll be next. I would start saying, Andy's loose. And people around the NFL really, really liked it. And they were like, whoa, where'd that come from? I've been doing it for years in horse racing. Hi, I'm Paul Allen, track announcer at Canterbury Park and the play-by-play voice for the Minnesota Vikings. You're watching Moneysport.com.